some power rankings. And Coop, what should we do?
Cooper Mays here. Hit like and subscribe.
All right. What down, Coop?
Coop here. First down.
All right. So first down is this as we break down the power rankings. Who
for the SEC?
For the SEC. Who is straight up garbage in the SEC?
Yes, and yes, I said straight up garbage. This list can go a little bit long, but 16 through 12 because
places to be. So just tell them
you suck.
I mean, last place in the SEC, and I totally missed this. I missed the vote on this. I didn't see this coming, but Kentucky's at number 16. What I saw with them against South Carolina was if you want to create the worst passing game ever, take Will Levis, bring him back to Kentucky, and put him behind this offensive line. That's the worst passing game you could ever have. There's air blocking Brock Vandagriff. I mean, literally there's air.
Yeah, it's bad. I had a joke over the weekend. I was going to text our friend Will West, who joins us on Thursday. He's a Giants fan. I was like, if the Giants offensive line and the Cowboys offensive line had to block each other, who would win? I'm waiting for that other team to match with Kentucky because their offensive line was so incredibly bad. It was just, and I don't know what it is about Shane Beamer, and I'm not going to belabor this, but give him credit. As bad as that program is, his players don't stop believing.
That is true. That's a very good point. His players don't stop believing. And by the way, people are pointing this out on the message board. We're taking a shot at Gerald Mincy right now because he's on that Kentucky offensive line, and he was doing a lot of chirping this all season, and he just was part of the worst performance ever by a pass blocking and pass protection in SEC history, maybe.
Who's up next?
All right.
No. The rest of the garbage.
Yeah. So number 15 is Florida. They moved out of number 16. We got some people.
You suck, you jackass.
We got some people on the message board saying that Vanderbilt might beat Florida this year. Guys, there's no might to that. I think Vanderbilt straight up would beat Florida right now.
Yeah.
Why don't you shut the hell up?
Yeah, I agree with that. All right. What else you got?
Now, you might disagree with me on these next three, but Mississippi State's at number 14. I have them garbage. They lost 30-16 to Arizona State. They were my super dog. They lost, but it was 30-3, and then they made it close late. And Auburn's number 13. Pastor Hugh lost to the Hippies. And Woke beat Pastor Hugh with Auburn losing to Cal over the weekend. So I got Auburn at number 13. And by the way, guys, and this is still in my garbage tier. South Carolina is still in the garbage tier. They're just up to number 12. But that wasn't about them. That was about how bad Kentucky is.
Yeah, absolutely garbage tier. They are. All right. Do we have any more on the garbage tier?
Nope. I got 5 garbage in the SEC right now.
All right. What down's next, Coop?
Cooper Mays here. Second down.
All right, not garbage, but not a college football playoff contender.
All right, I got 3 teams in this list. Number 11, not garbage. Congratulations, Vanderbilt. You guys aren't a garbage team.
I think that's nice.
Right? Isn't that special? So Vanderbilt's number 11 as a not garbage team. Number 10, Texas A&M, not garbage, but not a contender. And then the only other team on this list, they could have been higher, but Arkansas, number 9, not garbage, but not a contender. The reason they're not looking like a contender right now is because if they get into a close game, Sam Pittman is going to do something to screw it up.
Oh, man. I think Sam Pittman is a good game manager.
Oh, okay. Here's the sad part. So there's two types of coaches.
I also think he has small breasts.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going there, but there's two types of things for coaching, Dave, and I'm learning this now. Like there's the analytical side, but then there is the getting your players to play hard for you. Sam Pittman's really good at the latter, but he's so bad at the former. He's so bad at it.
All right, so just for the record, you think the worst team in the SEC is Kentucky? That's interesting to me. All right, who else is in this category? What's this category called again?
Not garbage, but not contenders, and that would be Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, and Arkansas.
Okay, and so we're going next level. All right.
Yep.
Tennessee center Cooper Mays here. Third down.
All right, third down, college football playoff contender. Now, I don't think Tennessee's going to be in this. I think they're going to be elite, so you got to stay tuned. But Caleb, who are college football playoff contenders but not elite?
All right, so we're going
Sam Pittman on there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You guys are horrible. Oh man, Dave started it. Okay. Okay.
Well, hey, I'm kind of chesty on purpose, so I'm allowed to do it. It's like when I was fat, I could make fun of fat people. So it's the same thing.
Great grandmother chesty. What the heck? Oh, she's chesty over there. Okay, sorry. All right. So there's 4 teams in the contender but not elite. I still have LSU in the contender but not elite. Losing to USC, a close one, isn't going to knock you off from being a contender. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Oklahoma, contender but not elite. Looked ugly against Houston, but they're 2-0. Missouri, contender but not elite. And guys, are you ready for this? Strap yourselves in. Alabama, contender but not elite.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, that's my order.
I think that's going to play itself out too. So, new poll question: worst in the SEC. Caleb, if you can read that off to me before we get to the elite, what does that say?
Kentucky, South Carolina, Vandy, Sam Pittman's chest. Why are we making fun of Sam Pittman?
I don't know, because I saw a funny meme, and it's funny. So repeat the poll question that is up now before we get to the elite teams, please.
Worst in the SEC: Kentucky, South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Sam Pittman's chest.
All right.
And by the way, I have to give you the order real quick, but it's LSU number 8, Oklahoma number 7, Missouri number 6, Alabama number 5. Dave, do you think I should maybe put Oklahoma below LSU because struggling with Houston is worse than losing to USC, isn't it?
I probably would, but we'll find out in the coming weeks. I think this is going to flatten itself out, unlike Sam Pittman's chest.
I'll let you see Cooper Mays here. 4th down.
All right, so 4th down. These are the elite teams in the SEC. Does Tennessee make the list? Because if not, Peyton Manning's going to say
that is total bullshit.
Oops.
Which one is he going to say?
I think you can,
Like, that is total bullshit.
Sorry about that. All right, we got a little.
What does Peyton Manning find hot?
By the way, have you bought Paris Hilton's new album? If so, you're an idiot. All right, Caleb. What do you got?
All right, so I'm going to get – I think the top 3 is not debatable, but I have a number 4 in my elite that I think people would debate. So let's just start with this, and you tell me if you disagree or not. In my elite category, I do have Ole Miss at number 4. Do you think I should move them down to contender? I have them at elite because they have looked really good through 2 weeks despite little competition.
Yeah, they're the biggest X factor to me. So I think we could be having a conversation in 3 weeks that they're one of the 3 elite teams along with Georgia and Tennessee, or we could be having the conversation that they implode and they're not even a college football playoff contender. So I think you're basically covering your eyes and throwing a dart at the board.
Throwing a Jackson dart.
All right.
So they're number 4. Number 3 is Tennessee. Tennessee's elite, and they're number 3. And I couldn't put them number 2 or 1 because I can't sit there and say blowing out NC State's the same level as blowing out a Clemson or a Michigan on the road yet. But I still think that they still are number 3. And I think Tennessee's in the same class as Texas and Georgia. By the way, Texas is 1, Georgia's 2.
Okay. So the top 3 are
Tennessee at 3, Georgia at 2, Texas at 1. And you can tell me if I'm insane for putting Texas ahead of Georgia, but this is based on what we are seeing right now. Based on the play right now and what Texas just did to Michigan is that stands out to me.
Okay. Give us an update if you don't mind on the poll question.
Worst in the SEC, Kentucky 69%. Sam Pittman's chest 20%.
Oh, wow.
South Carolina 70%. Vandy 3%.
There's nothing stuffed about Sam Pittman's chest. And I will tell you that it may well just bust up onto the top eventually of that poll question. Can you one more time, if you could repeat that? By the way, a special guest will join us tomorrow. See if you can guess who it is.
What's up, everybody? This is Jacob Warren asking you to like, subscribe, and share. Dave needs this.
That's a tease in the biz. Caleb, so Sam Pittman's breasts are 2. I'm sorry, chest.
Sam Pittman's chest is 2, and the worst team in the SEC. He's at 18%. Kentucky's at 74%. South Carolina's at 6%. Vandy's at 3%. Guys, how could y'all have How could y'all vote South Carolina? I'm just curious who's voting South Carolina after seeing what they just did to Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That South Carolina Kentucky game was a head scratcher. Maybe Kentucky just didn't show up or something. But I thought they were not only more talented but better coached, and they looked the exact opposite.
Colton is the winner. Colton is the winner. Is Bobby Petrino going to take Sam Pittman on a motorcycle ride?
He's just that good looking, where you're like, hop on the seat. You know what that's called, right? The seat right behind. That starts with a B, rhymes with itch.
Oh my gosh!
Motorcycle terminology there. Yeah.
By the way, who's the smartest coach in the state of Arkansas? Sam Pittman or Butch Jones?
Let me ask you this too: is there a way that if Bobby Petrino gets that job, which it appears like this is how different things run and how Tennessee was run for 10 years, but this is how different things are run at the bottom half of the SEC schools than the top half. It wouldn't surprise me if an athletic director, associate athletic director at the University of Arkansas said, you know, you'll get that Bobby Petrino guy, and if the Pittman doesn't work out, then we can move Boobs. I mean, Sam over to offensive line coach, and Petrino can be the head coach. Would you?
That's very possible.
That's not at a place like Arkansas. That's crazy. At a place like Tennessee, that would be insane, right?
Yeah, that's very insane.